Hey guys, this is Dippy from SCADMC. I'm kind of just setting up the AI B logic and pathfinding coordinates in its data set right now. It's a little behind the scenes, I guess. So normally when you're in Minecraft and you decide to spawn in a bee, like you'd get like a freaking bee spawn egg and you click it in the ground, which you can't do. We don't allow like actual mobs and animals. When you do that, Minecraft has had its built-in AI for like the past decade, where bees and other entities will look and analyze their surroundings and figure out the best way they can fly forwards and like maneuver over different kinds of terrain and such. Obviously, it doesn't happen. Sorry. Obviously, it doesn't work out the best sometimes with like bees or like entities ending up in corners, etc. So what we do for SCADMC, like let's say I'm working on this power camera right now. I'm working on this player viewpoint that I'm going to start with at some point, ATL, and I'm starting it like this, and you can see we're kind of moving past these trees, and I want to see bees fly over them. Like the moment we kind of turn the camera, so like that's a cute like little bee moment, and we see like, another one pop out at some point, hopefully. No. Yeah, there's another one. And as we kind of zoom back, we kind of find like these bees are flying over that. That's like a really cool moment as like this cinematic opening to this the courtyard to the SCAD campus. And we can only do that if we predetermine their positions and where they're moving. So that's what these yellow stained glass things are for. Each one marks a data point in a larger data set, and we can assign a few of them in a row to one particular NPC that we create. That's these little guys. These are non-playable characters. So these little bees are exactly like these kind of characters you find around the campus, except they have B logic in them, and they have the B texture and model, etc. So we're taking out the B logic, and we're putting in our own pathfinding and speed with whatever coordinates we determine with these yellow glass stained panes. So you can see this right now, and you can see what it looks like. But whenever I get the product that we want, I'll be removing them, and the bees will still continue to follow that path. And also, obviously, I hide the names when you're done, so a bee doesn't have like B12 as its name. It's just gonna be a flying bee. That's really kind of nice. So I'm gonna go through the process, just so you guys were wondering how bees were made in SCADMC. I know you guys definitely weren't, but if someone was looking for like a quick tutorial on like citizens and that kind of plug-in jar string, this is gonna be that. So I'm looking at there's like a lot of negative space back here when you pulled back that cinematic curve. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna say that we're gonna put a B set over here. So we're gonna create our B13. This is B13. Hey guys. So I had a B13. This is how they all kind of start out. They all start out with like a blank Mojang approved skin. We're gonna give it some stuff though. NPC is our kind of prefix for all this command. You can see our UUID and everything. Obviously, it's not really important to us right now because it's just a basic default skin. But our first action is probably going to be to make the type of B, and then from there we're probably going to add the turn off the B logic, which is I think just flyable, and then it's basically it. Then we're gonna go figure out what our path is gonna be. I'm thinking back here. I think we should go from like here up to here, around here. They can kind of go around this path right here. I don't want it to kind of like only coexist in like this space back here though. It's kind of what I'm feeling. Maybe we have like a one last one over here. Okay, so we're gonna find one to start it out with, probably this one. Then we're gonna enter into our pathfinding mode. This is a really nice text UI where I don't have to go into the manual config, like the text file, and type everything in. I can kind of just like click on this in game. It's just going to really easily and simply add this to our data set. So I'm just going to go over here. I'm going to click on every single pane. Oops, clicked on that someone else's pane, but that's okay. It's the same kind of shape. I'm going to click on all of them, and then we're going to set the speed of it so it's not too fast. It doesn't have to be the same speed for all of them, kind of like maybe a 6 is too slow, maybe a 0.8, 0.7. So this is that. Now we have this little guy. We're going to exit our UI, our editor, and this is the B we have now. He's going to follow that entire string. So it's good. I like having stuff going on in the background and a lot of stuff. That's why you can see a lot of campfires in the background of this kind of cityscape that we use for SCADMC. So now if we try and do like that cool aerial opening perspective again, that player camera. Normally the player camera for the campus is just like normal Atlanta. It's this one with the loading screen on it, so we can fully get all the chunks out in the background. You can see that working as we get closer to the middle of the courtyard. But the other alternative one, or the one we'll probably use for like the introduction of Grimace, because Grimace is kind of like in the middle of like this highway section right off to the side where like that overpass is in real life. We're probably going to use that other one. So let's just check that one now again to make sure that B kind of works for us. So we're going to go to ATL. And here we go. We kind of start out. We pass over this car. I see a bee in the background. I see Grimace. I see a bee to my right. Not really in focus yet, though. When we come over this block right here, yeah, there we go. Perfectly timed in this small little circle. That's a bee. Oh my God, there's another bee back there. There's two bees. A bee's flying past each other. And you're like, bees, scab. We're going to put someone in this birch window right here, sitting on that stool. There's another bee down there. I see a bee in the distance. People walking. Really all good. The number one thing to bringing a space like this to life is definitely is actually it's only kineticism. Otherwise, nothing would freaking happen. You know, if things have to be moving around, everything's pretty static. You don't want to kind of stay in the space. But it's like if you can, we're using these NPCs almost as like leading lines, especially this one right here. Because I mean, you spawn in like right down. Actually, not where you spawn in. Players. Sorry, I can just go past it 'cause I'm an admin, but players normally spawn right here, like next to this little guy, and then a bee is gonna fly up from like right next to you, and it's just gonna go straight on into the courtyard, and you're all like, there's already like this nice leading line of like the staircase that goes all the way up. But having like an extra bee that comes in and flies next to you as you're loading in, you're like, oh wow. And then you're like, okay, SCAD bees, whatever, come on in. And then you're like, there's another one, and then you can kind of step back and you can see more bees. So that's kind of the intro. It looks like that some of the NPCs, for some other reasons, glitch on the Citizens 1.21.1 patch. I think it's 4.31, or I'm not sure. I think that might be the multiverse version. But when you try doing it on that version, every time you enter like the text UI Pathfinder, all of the NPCs that were sitting down at some point stand up. So it's like if you want to make a path, why? So you gotta go through and you gotta do it all again. But anyways, it's pretty good. I'm just gonna go through and I'm gonna turn off. Actually, let's do a quick replace near 10 yellow stained glass. Let's get that all back to how it was before. Coolio, I'm gonna remove all these kind of data points in the air. It kind of ruins it if you can see the obviously it ruins it if you can see where the bees are kind of predetermined to go. And it's like, what are they doing? Well, I can just obviously sit there following a pattern or a structure of some sort. So I'm just going to get close to each of these individual bees and select them and then just turn off the names. Don't want any of the names showing. Name showing is good for a character moment, for interaction, but unless I'm making one of these bees talk, I'm going to refrain from naming them. I think that's almost all of them. Just those two left. Let's get this one. This one's a little hard to get, I think. And then finish it off with this one. D11. Right. So those are all the bees. That was just really quickly how we did the AI logic for the bees in the courtyard. And that's just how this kind of stuff works. If you're also wondering, very similar stuff to how these bees work. So as soon as you log in, you'll see there's a bunch of bees around. That's for the same kind of opening entrance thing. You're like having these bees move back and forth across your on the campus. There's bees that are static and don't move at all, which have been reduced from any kind of AI pathfinding. Like this one right here. This one will look at you though when you come over here. This one will turn and look at you. It's a little slow, but it'll look at you. And then there's also sprinkled in a few just normal bees with normal AI Pathfinder, and that's this one right here. This is a normal Minecraft pathfinding AI bee, and you can tell because it's getting really lost trying to figure out what to. Oh, it figured it out. Okay, along with this one right here, because these NPCs can't interact with objects. So if we have these kind of bee nests, not even beehives, they're called bee nests in game. If you have those kind of sprinkled around, only the real bees can like go in and out and make like the honey appear and et cetera, et cetera. So that's why we have a mix of all three. look pretty good. We have a mix down here, and we have a few that fly the whole distance as like more leading lines. There's another stationary one, and here's a few more of our AI with another stationary one. It's also a big combo of the three. Try and make them seem as like random as possible. Try and give them each like different personalities. Like, oh my god, look at that little cute bee who's like spinning in a corner or whatever. So that's the kind of thought process and the creation behind the bees on SCADMC. Just a little, I don't know, a dev note, I guess, or behind the scenes tidbit. Oh, there he goes again. So that's it. Thanks for watching.